Hello, hello, hello. Kick back, relax. Let's have some happy hour deals. And we've got some sewing and, well, publications for you, basically. If you love your sewing, if you love your quilting, if you love your designing, if you love your painting onto your quilting, onto lovely artwork, onto lovely fabrics, then this is the hour for you. And I've been having a little shifty through a lot of the books, and I've picked out some little favourite moments that I like, but I'm sure you're going to love elements of them. Now, this is the happy hour deal, so you know as well as I do that prices will go up. They will increase at 8 o'clock. So the happy hour deals are only for this hour and this hour only. Shop ahead on the web. Let's see what publications we've got coming up for you. Very well known one there. Tilly and the Buttons. Yeah, we've got quilting. We've got sewing made simple. Do you know what? Oh, you see Lottie's favourite, my producer's Stitch. This one is mine, sewing made simple. That's my favourite. But yeah, do you know what? I picked out that organiser. I was looking at that one, the clear organiser. That's a good one, that one. There's a little pouch as well, the drawstring pouch, the see-it-all pouch. Then you've got paper piecing and design. So cuddly. You're going to love some of the designs in there. The hat and the fox stole. And the poncho. The poncho, it's just fantastic. Yeah. So creative is the first one. Look, let's see, that's the one Lottie liked. But they're all brilliant. I've got my favourite there. So creative. 13 projects to make. And tons of techniques, including, you know, those neck cushions that you have sometimes when you're trying to be on the plane and you're like, oh, I can't get comfortable. And sometimes when you sit in a car, you can make one of those. Obviously, we've got the hand-printed actual aprons there. That looks like just a big donut cushion, doesn't it? And it works out how much a project? Just over £1 a project. But this is one of my favourites. I thought this was genius. The chalkboard backpack. Isn't that brilliant? So you have a piece of material there that obviously you're painting, yeah, with that chalk paint, and then you're making a sort of a drawstring bag, and then you can have the writing on the back. Here we go, and you've got your step-by-step design there, and all your patterns, obviously, and then yeah, there we go. Gymnastics rocks. And I just thought that. Have you ever seen anything like that? I've not seen that. The chalkboard drawstring bag. Okay, so that's just one. Then, oh, we've got the the critter coin pouch. It's animal bag, basically. There we go. That's the animal neck pillow. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, now, when you're in the car or on the plane. Isn't that gorgeous? And then you've got, oh, aprons there. Let me have a look. We've got some techniques at the start. Oh, there you go. There's our hand-printed apron. We've got how to make a beanie hat. Isn't that gorgeous? Look, the little shirt as well. So 14 different designs in there. The little skirt with the pockets, the love hearts or the patches, and that sweatshirt there with the cactus on. So loads of gorgeous designs in here. And really, what I loved about it, loads of colour pictures, because I'm sort of very visual, obviously. And then really, really easy step-by-step. Even how to cut out your pattern, front and back there. Design ideas, just really easy to follow. Isn't that gorgeous? From experienced teacher and popular blogger, we'll have to look her up, Jennifer Poll Collin. Gorgeous, isn't it? So 13 projects, I think I said 14, I do apologise, 13 projects and tons of techniques at the front, you know, sewing techniques, about ironing on vinyl. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. And it says from ages 8 and upwards. Yeah, for the projects, yeah, for ages 8 and upwards. So your little drawstring bag, we can actually sort of get the younger members involved as well, which I think is no bad thing. So £13.99, you're saving yourself £3 there. 546337 for So Creative. So what I love about it is there's just a few different ideas there. Bags, pillows, clothes, DIY. Just a bit different, isn't it? Gorgeous. For 8 years and upwards then, perhaps for the younger members. Now, I know we often go onto search engines when we want to solve problems and what have you, but this is like having your expert sewer with you. You know, when you forget certain things, you and your sewing machine. So it's obviously not just going with one brand of sewing machine, okay? It's for any brand of sewing machine. And it's written, and this is the interesting thing, by an expert sewing machine technician with over 42 years of experience. So you learn how your machine works, you learn how to keep it happy, how to troubleshoot the common problems. Now, where do you think I've put my little post-it? Well, what do you think I was interested in? Problems and how to fix them. That's where I went straight away. Oh, yeah, because I'm like, yes. All those years I've been like, that. I mean, you'll know you're expert. That happened. That happened. I was like, what is going on? Things, tension with me bobbing, tension with me pedal foot. And there's this great explanation with this picture, because it's a technician, about trying to, when the presser foot is involved, and the top thread doesn't enter the discs, and then therefore has no tension, and then it'll be pulled back at the back of the fabric and create long loops. That just explained it for me so simply. I thought this book is genius. It's like having the fantastic sewer technician there with you. Other maintenance, you've got oiling the hook area, the upper part of the machine. There's a brilliant picture in here, cleaning and lubrication. There's a brilliant image of the machine with all the kind of mechanics. Let me find it for you. The front of the machine. There we go. Look at that. Look, that's how when your machine is uncovered. Yeah. So it takes you through probably loads more than you probably would need to know. But absolutely, so getting to know your sewing machine, maintaining it, obviously, problems and how to fix them. So, you know, the machine features, and like I said, it's for any machine. So how the stitch is formed. I mean, it's just brilliant. It's like Tomorrow's World. Do you remember Tomorrow's World? You're all too young. Sort of explaining it. Email me in if you remember. Do you remember that, Ben? There we go, see? Haley's waving at me. She remembers it. They would obviously talk about things that were going to happen in the future kind of thing, but explain things as well. So yeah, I just think this is a brilliant book. You know, we all know, don't we, the geeks in our family, the geeks that we love, but they like to know geeky things like this. I'm a bit of a closet geek, so I like to know things like this as well. So you and your sewing machine, I think that's brilliant. Anyway, £17.99, you've got a £3 saving, but again, come 8 o'clock, obviously that price is going to go up, 330-860. It's just a bit different, that. Yeah, love that. Straight away I went to the problems. Now, so the garment making book. Now this is brilliant. Let me just turn this around. Everything your mother would tell you about sewing. If your mother sewed, that is exactly what this book is all about. So it's like having your mum there, if she was a sewer. Your mammy, as we say in Ireland. Your mammy, mammy, mammy. So what do you think I've gone to in here? I've gone to, is it Barbara? What's the lady's name here? Yeah, Barbara's Tips. There is this brilliant, it's not just about tips, but there's this brilliant thing about buttons and on a coat. So if you want to have a button that floats on the surface, yeah, of the fabric, now it doesn't pull or pucker it, what you need to do is slip a matchstick under the button, under the shank, as you sew it. And then you sew it, and that elevates the button. And then when it's complete, you pull out the matchstick and you wrap the thread around the shank. And that secures it so it doesn't fall. I mean, I think that's just genius. That would never have occurred to me. I've been faffing about. So there's Barbara's top tips in there. You've got, there's some things about the sewing machine. Do you need an overlocker or cool things to have? What about a new sewing machine? Smallest needle, the whole point of oh God, it's all about the fabric there, the pressing station. Let's have a look at the front because that's much quicker. We've got wearing with ease, pattern changes, how to start for your beginner, clues to a great pattern, when to ignore the pattern directions, patterns for sewing knits, a patternless, hemless knit skirt, more Barbara's tips, coordinate your clothing, how to decide on an authentic approach to making clothes, Barbara's, what sewing can do to you. When you sew, I think what you make most often is life, not just clothes. That's nice, isn't it? Introductions for sewists like you. And then it just gets full of useful information. A place to sew, big gear, sewing machines and accessories. I think you should email me or on the Facebook. Let me know what it is. What are your sewing needs? Because I've got the book for you here today. Have a repertoire of hand sewing stitches. What's that? You got... Oh dear, that reminds me of a story, that does. I can't remember who was telling it. Oh, and then there's like a useful sort of dictionary about the bias and binding and blind hem machine. So this is a catalogue of absolute genius. The thread rolled hem, chain stitches, cover hems, flat lock stitch. Yeah, it's just brilliant. So the garment making book of knowledge. Real life lessons from a serial sewist. Good old Barbara. Brilliant, brilliant book there. How many pages have we got in this book? 'Cause it's a right old meaty one. There's over 254, 255. Yeah, 254 pages there. That's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. There's Barbara. Want to see what Barbara looks like? There she is. Yeah. There's Barb. There we go. There's code at the bottom there. So US dollars. I mean, it's US dollars. That's $30. $20.99. Saving yourself £4. Everything you need to know about. Now, would you? Well, you know, Tilly and the Buttons. Busiest item already on the show. Make yourself comfortable. It says. This is a gorgeous piece of work here. So, and you do get some patterns in the back. So there were 3 patterns in the back, in fact. And we had 3 patterns in the back for a hoodie. Let's see, memory serves me right, what we were looking at earlier with me and my producer, Lottie, lovely Lottie. So you had the Stella hoodie, you had the Bibi skirt and the Freya sweater and the Frankie t-shirt. So, yeah, Stella hoodie, Frankie t-shirt and the Freya sweater, Bibi skirt. There we go. So it's almost like 4 patterns there. So you get those as well. And then the book itself, which you know very well, Tilly and the Buttons, Sewing with Knit Fabrics. Ooh, that's good. Make yourself comfortable sewing with knit fabrics. So we've got this incredible itemised content here. So shop, prep, cut, stretch, stitch, school, the Bibi skirt, which we have in chapter 3. The actual, there's the Bibi skirt there. The Frankie baseball t-shirt, which you get the, there we go, if I show you the picture there. There we go, that's the Frankie baseball t-shirt. That's the Bibi skirt. And then they've got the Freya sweater, which can also be the Freya dress as well, you see. And the Stella hoodie. There we go. So you've got all of that in there. There's an introduction to Tilly there. Love at first stitch. How to use the book. What are knit fabrics? Why sew with knits? I mean, this never even occurred to me. You will need, but what's nice to have. So it's not telling you to go out and buy everything. Jargon buster. What's top stitch? What's the seam allowance? What's the edge stitch? So it's coming at it from a point of view that you might be an absolute novice. Shop, prep and cut. Chapter 1. Let's get ready. Let's go shopping for fabric. It's almost like she takes you by the hand and guides you through it. Lovely. And then, yeah, your personal shopper with you. Then lots of stitching advice there as well. Lots of pattern making, measurements, pattern sizing. Really good guidelines in there as well for that one. Really good. Making it easier for you there as well. It's a beautiful looking book as well. Then there's one about jersey tips and tricks, you know, with the fabric itself, because some fabrics are harder to work with than others. Yeah, fantastic. Understitching. So that's, again, a meaty sized book there. How many have we got in this? 188 pages. Gorgeous. So if we just look at the Stella hoodie, let's look at one of the patterns here. So again, I think what it's got is different sizes on there as well. Wow. Whew. I'm going to have to stand up here with this one. Stella hoodie. The sleeves. The lining. I don't want to tear it. There we go. I always do. There we go. Stop it. There we go. There we go. I know, it's pretty comprehensive, isn't it? There's your pattern now, and off you go. See all the different sizes there as well. Wow. Stella hoodie, front bodice, cut on the fold. The sleeves. I'm going to have to leave that to Ben to fold up. I'll never get that back again. It's like a map, isn't it? You can fold a map, you can't ever get that back again, can you? There we go. There you go. Ben, that'll keep him happy for at least good hour. Probably don't bend 2 minutes. There you are, darling. I've made a right mess of that. There we go. Lovely. All yours. So there we have Tilly and the Buttons. Again, fabulous saving there. And I can tell you, normally, so already, you might be saying it's already a saving price. So normally it's £22.50. So there we go. £18.99. I don't really think I'm making it up. Don't want you to think I'm making it up, because we've also got the US dollars there. The other ones you see have just got US dollars, so it's pointless. And I don't know what the dollar rate is at the moment, so I figure that's just pointless saying that. Although that last book was about that, wasn't it? But good price there, £18.99, and proven very popular already. 784 375, nearly quarter of the stock already gone. Tilly in the buttons, yeah. Now, teeny tiny quilts. I didn't get time to look at teeny tiny quilts because they're all tiny. Oh, but you know, yeah, I did look at this. You've got your quilting, you've got all your different quilting designs in here, which is what I liked. So we have got the fractured, we've got the primary squares, the charmed, Pat's warp and weft. I'll just leave that there. Parade, star-crossed, Philadelphia cobblestones, round and round we go. Coloured glass, box of jewels, Perkiomen paths, and a bit of the fourth. A bit of the fourth. These aren't designs I've heard of before. Is this an American book? Is it? Yes, it is again. This is an American book. Parade, you see. Full version of this quilt years ago. I've been itching to make it a small one. The little one brightens my day just as much as the big one. Skill levels. You see you've got skill levels there. Easing you in. So not too OTT. Now what are the ones? Oh, you see, that's blue. So that suggests to me primary squares. And again, just how you actually get all the lovely patterns and shapes there. What level's that? It's a blue. Oh, testing the waters. Now, do you think testing the waters means I'm just dipping my toe in, so it's quite simple? Or do you think testing the waters means testing your metal? What do you reckon? Testing your metal? Or do you mean just dipping your toe in? Just dipping your toe in. Let's see, does it say it in the book? We're here playing guessing games, and it probably says it in the book, doesn't it? About this book. No, we've got sewing machine information, bit about threads and rulers, ironing supplies, okay, cutting, machine settings. Where's the little guide about? No, nesting, different, yes, nesting that seems right, sewn at the angles. These are all familiar when I've seen the lovely sewers on the show. Finishing miniature quilts. Oh, here we go. Great, this is what I want. So, we've got the testing the water quilts are for using simple techniques like basic strip piecing. A stepping stone to working with smaller pieces. Easing in half square triangles, and there's a bit more complexity to the design. Then finally we've got diving in. Bit more intricate in their piecing and require a bit more patience and accuracy. Now it says within each of the 12 patterns there's the option to make the quilt in 2 or 3 block sizes. So gorgeous, isn't it? Small quilts, smaller quilts, and the smallest quilts. There we go. From smaller, with block sizes from 1 1/8 to 6 inches. Gorgeous, great tips and techniques for any quilter looking to piece more accurately. There we go. Yeah, absolutely fabulous. $20.99, and again, only until 8 o'clock for all of these savings. They're just they're lovely gift ideas as well. If this is your hobby, 526287. Lovely. Now next one. Oh, the sewing organisers. Was it we're not going to sew cuddly? Where's that then? Oh yes, yes. Okay. And this is lovely. This is a lovely look. See the seal pouch. This is what my producer liked. The sewing organisers, pretty cases, boxes, pouches, pin cushions, and more. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. You're going to like this next one as well. So there's our seal pouch. The drawstring pouch. Yeah. But there's another one I've got my eye on. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. You ready? Genius. Genius. If you're sewing, but it's the bobbins in the middle. Genius. That's brilliant. The interior shows you how to do all that as well with the zips. The boxy pocket pouch. Look at that with the 2 boxes in. Genius. The boxy pocket pouch. Love it. The big zip pouch. Everybody needs a big zip pouch in their life, whether it's for toiletries or general bobbins. Boxes and totes. Love a tote, me. Yeah. Tote's very cute. I know, how much would a craft tote cost? The sliding box. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, you put your hair clips, hair bobs in there. We've gone backwards now, haven't we? So let's go forwards. See, that's all your little pouches. Then we've got, what's that one? Oh, that was I see, this is one I like, the book and tool folio. You know, for all your tools, there's a better picture as well. Now, you see, the 2-in-1 case. I can see through it, folds over. Keep all my gubbins, all sorts of, whether it be sewing gubbins or not. Then have a look at this one as well. Great ideas, isn't that brilliant? Little sewing travel kit there. Beautiful. Tells you how to make it really easy. It's the instructions, just really, really simple and not overcomplicated. And look at this, a cover for your measuring tape. I mean, who'd have thought it? Not me. There you go. Cover tape measure case. Little carry case there as well. The pouch. So you have put your glasses in that. So your phone. Handy fold-up pouch, either or. The Needle Book Plus, they're always cute, aren't they? The felts and stuff. So yeah, passport in there. Is it worth anything now after Brexit? Ooh, controversial. We're not getting political now, Fiona. Oh. Now, basic sewing techniques. That's a really good book. This is my producer's favourite. Sewing Organiser. So bring in your order to your sewing supplies, adapt the useful containers, organise your knitting projects, scrapbooking, learn how to install zippers, sew with vinyl, make 3-dimensional shapes, give your project the structure, always a good one, with the proper interfacing. Again, fantastic. Anila Hui, that's the author. £19.49, 740 184. Another great book there. Sewing Made Simple. Okay. That's so cuddly. This is my favourite. This is my favourite book. If you're a beginner or need to refresh, it was the need to the refresh I needed. Your sewing skills. This is just the book you need. Yeah. 20 fantastic, practical projects with clear advice. And it just gives you those tips and tricks, you know, to give you that professional result. Love it. 20. Now, let's have a little look. So it's just a good refresher, I think, as well. Or just starting out. You want to take somebody on the journey with you. So here's our contents. Secrets of the machine, stitchcraft, the paper pattern, fabric choices, sewing skills. And then we've got projects, you see. Pyjama bottoms, camisoles, sundress, wash bag, cushions, drawstring bag, bolster, love a bolster, customised t-shirt, vintage apron, pretty cushion, evening purse, child's craft apron, the bias cut, drawstring skirt, the box cushion, tablecloth and napkins, table mats, and a baby quilt. So I just think it's a really good, for the love of sewing, a sewing box. So taking you through identifying elements that you might need or haven't got, or you think, what on earth is that? Again, all the different elements there is zips, snaps, studs and hooks and eyes, ribbons and bows, then a bit about stitch lengths, stitchcraft. I like that, that's very clever, stitchcraft. Yeah, actually using the pattern, explaining it to you, how you should be matching it up, especially if you just started sewing. I think this is brilliant. Pinning and cutting out, tailor tacks, pattern marking. Okay, I think this is a beautiful book, actually. Great. Well, I love pictures. The fabric construction. So often we talk about that, and Hayley talks about that on the show as well, in terms of those woven patterns and what have you. Cottons, fabric glossary, always useful. Then a bit about pressing, a bit about the sewing and overlocking and getting started. And seams, you see, it's all stuff we take for granted, isn't it? Well, the fantastic sewers amongst you, but if you're starting out, this is just your go-to, your A to Z, isn't it? Cotton darts. Camisole, how to make the camisole. Then the gathering with ease. Yeah, gathering easing. I like that. We're coming to what I've highlighted here. I'm trying to remember myself now. Stitching separate zips. The wash bag. That's a lovely project as well. So what did I highlight? Piping and cording. Yeah, bit of piping. Just caught my eye. That's what I wanted. I was interested in. Bolster. Love the bolster. You can make those, you know, when you stop a draft, just not just posh cushions for your settee or your sofa, but stop a draft. Then you've got all the extra. That's lovely. Isn't that beautiful? All the extra projects then there at the back. I just thought this was a lovely book. Really good go-to. If you're starting out, or like you said, just refreshing those skills. Brilliant. Yeah. So it made simple, and it really is, because I was reading quite a bit of that earlier. Hey, that's a fantastic price, £13.99. Yeah, usual price. It says it on the front there, $16.99. It says it on the front of the screen, but it says it here as well, $16.99. Yeah, so $13.99. Now's the time to get it. 118842. A great gift if someone's going to start on the journey. Your must-have guide to everything needle and thread. Yeah, I genuinely have to agree with that. That is a fantastic book, even if it's just a refresher, or you want to get someone started on that fantastic sewing journey. Lovely gift ideas, aren't they? They're beautiful, beautiful books. Right, next up, what are we having next? The art quilting book. Now, I've got my elastic band in this because I ran out of Post-its, but explore innovative processes, and there's a lot of innovation in here. There we go, because it's about painting. So we've got design theory and inspiration, then quilting supplies and tools, working with the fabric, surface design techniques, adding dimension, quilting by hand and machine, finishing techniques and presentation. Beautiful book. Let's have a little look. Fantastic. The artistry and the photography of these books is brilliant, isn't it? Let me just get my elastic band out, because there was something that caught my eye. We will go through it. Yeah, the surface design, introduction to surface design. And that's dyeing your fabric. It's brilliant, isn't it? Just having all, with the wool and the different fabrics themselves. Soda soak recipe. I mean, that's just brilliant, isn't it? These fantastic techniques as well, they get forgotten or they need to be passed on. The texture dyeing. Yeah, painting your fabrics. See, it's all got the step-by-step guide there. Rolled fabrics, scrunch fabrics, the different techniques you can achieve. Oh, now you see we've got a bit of painting on there as well. Painting fabric and dry fabric. Isn't this great? Oh, look. And then getting creative with the vegetables. Onion and our pear and our apples. And then using the different techniques. Look, if you've got the brush at home, or the wire brush there, or a bit of gauze. The different isn't that fantastic? The different techniques you can achieve with just what you've got lying around in your kitchen. That's brilliant, isn't it? So you don't have to go out and buy posh stencils. Just have a little mooch around your kitchen and see what you've got lying around, and create the stencil. How to literally create the stencil itself. Isn't that beautiful? Very innovative. Oh, look, there's something there with the glue stick there as well. So loads of really unusual design ideas. Look at the script work on there as well. Branching out, more surface design, actually getting the writing on there as well, script work on the actual material. So again, a very, very different book, but the design techniques are just amazing. Adding dimension, I think that's a beautiful book as well. Perhaps, for someone a little bit more explorative or innovative, or just wants to branch out a bit. And then quilting designs, then again at the back you've got some ideas and how to take them forward with stitches, and then some explanations of said stitches, what they look like, and then perhaps if you didn't know some of the names for them, a little glossary there as well. Yeah, beautiful. So another great book, sort of expanding your quilter's tool book as it was. So lovely step-by-step guide. And then obviously, like we've just concentrated on the studying of the dyeing and the printing on the fabrics and the embellishments and the dimension. And then last bit, gain practical tools and inspiration you need to translate your ideas to fabric. Fantastic, gorgeous. So £17.49. We've got a saving of £3.50 there. Your guide to the art of quilting, 209057. Okay, next we've got the Free Spirit Block Party. Now, I won't lie, I hadn't had a chance to look at this. This is where modern meets traditional. 40 blocks from your favourite free spirit designers. Ooh, now you've got 20 talented artists, it says, that share 40 modern quilt blocks. It says, think outside the box with 5 surprising sampler quilts to flaunt your finished patchwork, applique and other paper piece blocks. Each quilt requires 4, 6, 9 or 15 designs. Choose your favourites and finish a sampler in no time. Okay, so if I just turn that around, because I was just reading that bit there. Wow, that is a lot of designs there, isn't it? You see those there? Oh, let's look at the big pictures. It's quite teeny weeny. So we've actually got, oh look, we've actually got the patterns there as well. Yeah, glamping. Ooh, let's go forwards. Yeah, so they've got the construction, which is brilliant. The coronet. Ooh, these are lovely. So sampler box. So your construction, the coronet, finished block there. Isn't that beautiful? And then obviously how to put it together. Nice and clearly explained, you know, not too much writing, just the visual picture because it speaks 1,000 words. Actually, how you're cutting it out, how you size it, how you measure it. Diadem. Revolution. Oh, I like revolution. It's a bit of a crisscross, the construction of it. Corsage. Ooh, I like the Arizona. Isn't that lovely? That's lovely, isn't it? And then on target. Oh, that's a bit different, isn't it? The on target one. Circular rather than angular. Yeah, loads there. Ooh, look at that one. Beautiful. So, again, fantastic set of projects there. £19.99, 325 828. We're going to have a little, 2 more books, because we've still got our So Cuddly, and then we've been through them all. So Adventures in Paper Piecing, here we go. So build your piecing skills with over 30 graphic paper pieced blocks. Learn how to translate your images and sketches into full project patterns. And then sharpen your pattern design skills. Choose your own adventure style exercises. Oh, I say, a bit of paper piecing, you can't beat it. Here we go, again, another lovely book. So we've got our intro there, the method, what you'll need, top tips, and then how to start putting it all together. I know it's a fantastic skill. It's, well, actually Sue, isn't it? Sue from Daisy Chains, she loves a bit of paper piecing. She's fantastic at it as well. So it seems to be a skill that, I don't know if it gets passed down from generation to generation or it gets forgotten about, but it's made a real resurgence again, isn't it? It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's so clever, look at that. Even in your card making, your craft making, not just with material, it's amazing, isn't it? Design patterns there as well. Everything you could need to know about paper piecing there, actually. Wow. And then, ooh, it gets a little bit complicated there as well. Look at that. So it's something really structured and intricate. Isn't that beautiful? Loads of different pattern ideas there. And then obviously the patterns. Gives you all the names there and how we should be folding them over. Like that. It's nice to have those patterns. That's amazing. And then, again, all about all the different folds, how to achieve the look. The octopus, he's good, isn't he? And the fireflies. Amazing. Wow, that's a book and a half, isn't it? Fantastic guide, that one. £17.99. 828923. Beautiful. Now, got to show you the pictures in this one are so cuddly simply because the poncho, the little foxy stole, it's lovely. So with plush fabrics, you know, like the soft velours and things like that. You can see, yeah, and some lovely hats as well. So these are the projects. Hatchlings, a lovely stroller wrap, clutch purse, animal hats, gauntlets. What's a gauntlet? We'll come to that. Reading pillow, poncho, fox stole, colourful floor pillow, lovely cuttlefish, sleep sack, and a bath mat. All made out of those really soft, luxurious plush fabrics. Look at that stole, that fox stole is just lovely, isn't it? Really beautiful. There we go. So again, great projects, really easy and simple to follow. Very eye-catching, these ones with those fun fabrics. There we can look at them, aren't they gorgeous? Beautiful. I can see I'm having a lot of fun with this one actually. So there's our, what do they call that? Make you a stroller wrap. Oh, that's for your buggy. Someone's going to be cuddly and warm in that. They cost a fortune, them little buggy wraps. That's what you need, Lottie. A couple of clutch purse, if your hands get cold, like me. And then I'm interested in what they're called. Oh, there's your animal hats. They're gorgeous. They're very cute, aren't they? Hot fox hat, skunk hat, and the cat hat. I'm not sure you'd really want a skunk hat. Maybe you look like a Mohican head. But Pepe Le Pew and all that. Gauntlets. What's a gauntlet? Oh, is it like a glove? Yes, it's a glove. It's not my word for it, but have you heard of gauntlet, Ben? Have you heard of gauntlets, Hayley? Have you really? You knew they were gloves? The wrists. Oh, for the wrists. Do you know what something else I heard the other day? Slanket. Have you heard of slankets before? Oh no, I'd never heard of it. It's like a blanket with sleeves. No, it's a blanket with sleeves. Slanket. I was like, what's she talking about? This is like, my mum stood up, and not my mum, but this friend of mine was telling me, she stood up in a slanket and fell over. So, what's a slanket?
Shumper.
What's a shumper?
With a jumper attached.
A what?
A shumper.
What's one of them?
A shirt attached to a jumper.
Hayley's telling me now about shumpers. Did you just make that up?
It's on the radio, yes.
Was it really? She heard it on the radio yesterday, a shumper. She says it's a shirt that's attached to your jumper. Now, I've seen those. You have the little collar and maybe a little bit of the shirt peeping out the bottom. But I didn't know there was a word for it, shumper, but slanket is a blanket with sleeves. Where do they get the gauntlet from? Because the gauntlet for me is throwing down the gauntlet. I suppose it is a glove, and throwing it down. Anyway, it's a fingerless glove and keeps your wrists warm. Anyway, apparently if you keep your wrists warm, your hands will never be cold. It's all about your wrists. I just think that's just called a lazy pillow. Should just be now you just need a look at that poncho. Now we're talking. And the fox stole. I mean, that's just fun and funky, isn't it? I thought it was really, really cute. Beautiful. Yeah, I think that was that. Oh no, we've got our lovely bath mat there as well. And our sleep sack. Very cute. They've got those little ones now as well. I'm sure you could adapt it as well, like sharks and mermaids and stuff. But anyway, loads of fun ideas, lots of cosy ideas. They're £15.99, 968 902. It's the happy hour deals on all of these books, and then all these prices will revert back to their original price at 8 o'clock. So don't forget to check out your basket. But let's find out about how we can become a Freedom Club member.
Hello everyone, I've got a minute or two to tell you why you should all be members of Hochanda Freedom. Did you know that with Hochanda Freedom you could be saving on your deliveries every single month? For just a £6.97 monthly fee, you'll benefit from unlimited standard delivery, which means the more you spend with us, the more you save. And do you know the best bit? You can cancel at any time. Becoming a member of Hochanda Freedom, you'll also be able to take advantage of our exclusive Freedom members discounts, where you can save anything up to 20% on an already fantastic Hochanda price. Freedom members will also receive our exclusive members badge and Freedom newsletter, which will keep you updated with all the goings-on behind the scenes. Look at all these benefits for £6.97 per month. Over 12,000 of you are already members, and we thank you so much for being part of our family and sharing your crafting passion with us. In fact, I'm going to hand over to you to tell everyone else about your experience with Hochanda Freedom.
I'm a Freedom member, which means I can shop a lot.
It's the discounts and all the special offers you get.
I get special offers, I get special discounts. They tell me when everything's happening. So if there's a special show I want to watch, then it's there.
I'm able to just shop when I'd like.
It's just good to have. Yes, you do save. If you buy like I do, you save.
You see, you could be a member instantly for £6.97 per month with no monthly obligation. So when you want to cancel, you can. Just give us a call or go to our website, quoting the item number 888 888. So, don't forget you get your unlimited standard delivery, exclusive Freedom discounts, members badge and members newsletter. What are you waiting for? Join Hochanda Freedom today and become a member of the growing Hochanda family.
Indeed, lots of savings to be had, especially who were watching earlier with myself and Catherine, because there was loads of Freedom discounts. But it is happy hour, so do shop ahead. You've still got 20 minutes to grab the bargains. And what I love about the collection is there is just such a fantastic array in terms of whether you're a quilter, a paper piecer. Let's have a look at the web, because you can shop ahead. Yeah. So we've got Tilly and the Button Stretch, proving a popular favourite at the moment. Teeny tiny quilts. You see, you've got Stitch, the pouches and the organisers. I personally love the refreshing ideas in Sewing Made Simple. The art of quilting. The block party is more about your painting and your textures there. So Cuddly is all about those luxurious fabrics. Yeah, gorgeous. Get a flexi order if you are putting a few into your basket. Thinking gift ideas ahead, or someone's getting started on the journey, or you're thinking, well, they know loads about quilting. But another favourite of mine is for the geeks amongst us. Everything you need to know about your sewing machine to keep you and it happy. Written by the Sewing Machine Expert Edition with over 42 years of experience. Learn how your sewing machine works, how to keep it happy, and how to shoot trouble problems. Give us a sewing machine problem, Ben, and I'll see if I can fix it. Go on. What do you want to know? Needle breaking. There's machine needle threaders, how a needle threader works. Now, it could be here a while now trying to find this, couldn't I? I can tell you the relationship between the needle size and the thread. Forming stitches, how they form. Oh, now hold on a sec. I'm sorry, I haven't gone to that, but you're loosely wound bobbin and you're properly wound bobbin. Parallel wound versus cross wound thread. Never even occurred to me. The wrong size of your thread stopper. The threading guide. Incorrect threading. Making tension adjustments. What could go wrong? I mean, just look at this. Not towards the bottom. I mean, just simple. It's the brilliant Tomorrow's World pictures that Bernie's provided us to explain it, so we know what the difference is. That's what I like. For your geeks, it's hardier ever than the tension. Right, let me see. Does it say about from a needle? Well, if your needle breaks, you just replace it, don't you? Just put the other one in. There you go. There's my answer. I don't even have to look at the book. Setting the top tension, bottom bobbin tension. That's not easy to say. Right. And all about the intricacies in the machine. Well, it tells you how to do all the threading as well. Yeah, good questions. But it's all in there. Taking out the bobbin case, using the stitch regulator, lubricating it, lining up with the feed dogs, which feet to use, servicing a walking foot. Yeah. There we go. £17.99. It's like your geek guide, but I really like it because it's explaining the whys and wherefores. 330860. So creative. Gosh, it's hard to read these all upside down. Is that this one? That's the garment. There we go. So this is a bit of everything. DIY, clothes, bags, pillows, and more. And there was more, I think, just for those neck cushions, because you get when you're in a car or when you're on the plane. They charge quite a lot for those, don't they? You can just make your own. So loads of good ideas in here. So a little bit of the basics at the start, top of the book, and then lots of different projects as well in there. Sewing techniques, always handy, always useful to have a little look at that. And then we've got again some top tips, sizing, measuring, collars. And then we go into the projects. So this is the one, isn't it? That's that neck cushion. Let me just turn that picture over there so you can see. Isn't that lovely? The animal neck pillow. I thought that was the cat's tongue at one point, then I realised it's the paws. Could have been, I suppose. So you've got the cat neck cushion. Then you've got the critter. Well, it's like a little bag, isn't it? The critter bag. Then my favourite. That's my favourite. The chalkboard backpack. I think that's absolutely genius. Just paint a piece of material with your chalkboard paint. £13.99, 546 337. Sew the garment making, everything your mother would tell you about sewing, if your mother could sew. So this is genius, because Barbara's got some top tips in here. I was rattling on about buttons, but it's full of nuggets of information. Pressing napped fabrics. Clearing the plate. Which elastic? Buttonholes in knit fabrics. Sewing smooth curves. How does Barbara know all this? Choosing the perfect seam align. Changing needles. That's what my director wants to do. Change needles. I didn't know this. Changing needles every 4 to 5 hours of stitching. I've not done that. I also like to put a new needle in when I sew buttonholes to prevent skipped stitches in the satin stitch sides. Well, I know. There's a verbal warm-up. Choosing thread colours, oil in your machine, but she's got loads in there. Mini lesson in cutting stripped fabric single layers. Don't be afraid of fusibles, linings. Oh my word. There's definitions of mysterious names for fabric. Okay, do you know this name of fabric? Bengaline, chalice, clock, dupioni, F-A-I-L-L-E. We know flannel and flannel net. Gabardine. We know that one. Georgette, anybody? Guipure. That's a heavy lace. Lawn. Microfiber muslin we've heard of. Peau de suie, I don't know. Percale. Is it percale? I've heard them talk about this on the show. P-E-R-C-A-L-E. Sounds a bit like a bed sheet, but it's a plain weave. Peak. Silk noil. Organza, organdi, we know that one. Ottoman. It's kind of a rib fabric. Oh, seersucker. A seersucker. Cotton blends. You see that? They're like really softy cotton. Stable knit, twill, viella. Oh, see. That's why you need Barbara's tips. Sewist's view of natural fabrics. Don't be afraid of knits. Knit or woven, it all starts with fibre. She knows. Then all the different patterns, how to cut the patterns, how to sew the patterns. It's fantastic. The first principles of pattern alteration. Choosing pattern sizes. Jacket sleeve and length. Other useful measurements. Different hips and heights. See? Brilliant. Bust depth. Interpreting pattern masks. Patternless ideas. When to ignore the pattern directions. That's a great book, that one. Everything your mother would tell you about sewing if your mother could sew. £20.99 042 428. What's that, my darling? Tilly and the Buttons proved very popular. Comes with 3 fantastic patterns. He's done it. Look at that. Which is the one that I opened up? Can't tell, can you? He's good, that fella. Stella hoodie we've got. We've also got the Frankie t-shirt, and then we've got the Bibby skirt and the Freya sweater. So it's almost like 4 patterns in there, and they come free with the book as well. And then, I mean, how much would one of those, just the dressmaking pattern, cost you in itself? And then you've got a wealth of information in here in the book itself. So let's open this up. There we go. Everything that this book can cover. So some of those patterns, the Bibby skirt there, the sweater there, and there. Yeah, that's what it can help you make, the Freya sweater. And the dress, the Stella hoodie. Yeah, lots to learn. Lots of tricks. Maternity dresses. 182, need this one for my Lottie. You've got nothing to wear anymore and you're just getting larger. Oh, this is what happens when you're with a child. Maternity dress there. Some more ideas. I like that in that fabric. It's good, isn't it? Isn't it lovely? Oh, there we go. It's not a huge amount on that one, but it's there. Sewing on elastic. Ooh, a bit of ruching going on there. Very nice too. What else we got? Lovely pictures. Oh, hello. Hello. The sequin skirt. Oh, do you know sequins can be so problematic to sew, can't they? She's got it sorted there. There we go. So, make yourself comfortable. That's Tilly and the Buttons. £18.99. 784 375, saving £3.50. Lovely Tilly there. And her patterns. Teeny tiny quilts. Not just any quilts, these are teeny tiny quilts. How many of these did we say? Sorry. Can't remember. Loads of different ideas there. Doesn't say how many projects, does it? No. There are, hold on. As you flip through the pages of the book, you'll notice a lot of sample quilts. In fact, there are 35 of them, but only 12 patterns. Curious. Well, It seemed to me that it would be helpful to allow newcomers to ease them gently into this new small world in graduated increments rather than being thrown in head first. So each pattern comes with 3 sizes called small, smaller and smallest. There we go. Again, some great sewing machine facts. I like a bit of facts about the sewing machine. Mats, rulers, threads. We will get onto the quilts. Again, ironing supplies, materials. Oh, look at that. Sewn all the scraps. Like that. And then we move on to our quilt ideas. Making half square triangle units. Appealing to all styles and fabrics, it says. Lovely different patterns there. Gorgeous. And I like the fact that we've got 3 different styles, haven't we? We've got testing the water, easing it in, and then diving in, depending on your state of expertise. £20.99, 526 287. But again, all these prices of sadly will revert back to their original price in 10 minutes' time. Oh my goodness. Organisers. I know where I'm going now, you see, because this is my producer's favourite. Look at that. This is lovely. Get your sewing area organised, yeah? There we go. Whip your sewing area into shape with your pretty cases, boxes, pouches, pin cushions and more with a Neela Hui. That's a great name. 9 minutes left on the happy hour deal. Hecky thump. Look. So what I love about these is, yes, there could be sewing, but there could be makeup cases, there could be craft cases, for your hair bobs, your hairpins, your laundry bag, toilet bag, travel bag, yeah, swim bag, you know, because you could just adapt whatever material you're using. Just storage cases for whatever, really. This is what's so great about them. Organisers. That could be like a little your makeup brushes, travel pouch, or your jewellery. You know, you could adapt it, couldn't you? You know, jewellery pouches. Do they still make those? Still do those? And you go away, do they? Fantastic. This is a lovely book. £19.49, 740184. Got to mention my favourite again, Sewing Made Simple, because great if you're starting out on the journey, but brilliant gift idea for someone who just wants to refresh those skills. Yeah, fantastic. Everything you need to know. Takes you through it step by step. Don't be afraid to ask the questions because it answers them. You know, if you've got a query, this book has the answer. The secret cesses. And then itemising all the strange names that they're called and the different stitches, what they refer to. Guidance, what some of the things can mean on that. What does it mean? These hieroglyphics on your sewing machine, patterns, sizing, materials, patterns, pressing. Putting them together, elastic, how to, you know, gorgeous. That's one of my favourites, that one. And again, a great price. I think probably the lowest of the hour, £13.99, 118842. What was that, my darling? Art quilting. There we go, right next to us here. So this was very much about the painting onto the fabrics and creating different effects as well. Was that one? Yes, it was this one, wasn't it? Yeah. So we had some lovely quilting, but then it took us a stage further, adding another dimension, how to do different dyeing, how to create the different effects, painting onto the fabric, using implements around the home to create different ideas. That's just using fruit. This is just using what you find in your utensil drawer. Creating stencils. Yeah, great. Just taking it to another dimension, expanding your quilter's toolbox, that one. And lovely embellishments and dyeing and what have you there. £17.49, 209057. Next up, block party. Where's my block party gone? She said she just knew about it then. Ooh, there we go. Freestyle, free spirit. 40 blocks from your free spirit designers. The PK, finished patchworks and paper piece books. 6, 9 or 15 designs in terms of piecing it all together. So it tells you how to create those lovely block pieces there in quilting. Modern meets traditional. That's how they've explained it. And there's some cracking ideas in there, really innovative. Just taking that to another dimension, isn't it? Aren't they beautiful? And then the step-by-step guides of how you achieve that with the templates. so you can understand the pattern motif. Ooh. Not lovely. It's a world of quilting, isn't it? That is really beautiful. £19.99, 325 828. Oh, we've only got a few minutes left before this is all going to go back to its original price. Please don't miss out for these happy hour deals. So build your piecing skills, learn how to translate your images and sketches into your patterns, and then choose your own adventure style. So paper piecing design, yeah, the method. The piecing method itself, explaining it, taking it through step by step, tips and tricks, and then taking you on to actually the design. Yeah, fantastic. If you love designs, I hope you'll stay with me because I'm going to visit lovely Hayley in a minute for some rhinestone genie. Yeah, she's a rhinestone genius. She's going to bling me from head to toe. I'm going to be blinged. Absolutely, I can't wait. I was watching earlier. So if you love a bit of bling, honestly, forget the little tiny little tools, put them on one by one. This is going to revolutionise. It's so cuddly. Again, I think this and my Sewing Made Simple, two of my favourites here. 12 lovely snuggly gifts for you in the home as well. Gorgeous. £15.99, 968 902. Well, I hope you've enjoyed being with me in Library Corner. I know it's all been thinking about your sewing and your quilting, but that was the theme. It's been quite a lovely sewing day, hasn't it, with Rowan Dean and that lovely daisy chain. So, so make sure to check out your baskets. Don't miss out on the lovely books. And, enjoy those when you get those. Or if you're gifting them, even better, even better. And real savings to be made in that happy hour deal. Hopefully we'll have more over the next few days. Well, lots of deals actually going over the Easter weekend. But I don't want you to go anywhere because a girl with amazing deals is coming up next. She's got rhinestone bling to add to anything. And she's got the technique and she's got the savings, so don't go anywhere. I'll be joining Hayley in 2 minutes' time. Don't forget to check out your basket.
To all our US viewers, your favourite UK-based craft channel is available on Roku. Simply search Hochanda Crafts in the channel listing and begin streaming. Don't forget, the price you see on screen is the price you pay, and not a cent more. We deliver directly to your door. Now that's service. Did you know you can continue watching Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for free, using your smart TV? It's just like watching us on your computer or tablet, only now we'll be on your large screen smart TV. Follow these easy steps to get your smart TV set up. Firstly, make sure your smart TV is connected to the internet, either through a wireless connection, if your TV supports it, or via the Ethernet port on the back of your TV. If you're not already connected, use your remote control and select network settings through your TV's menu and follow the instructions to set this up. Remember to have your router's password to hand, whether you're using a wired or wireless connection. This should be on the side or bottom of your router. You can always refer to your TV's help menu or instruction booklet for more information. Once you are set up, press the Smart Hub dedicated button on your remote. This will vary between brands, but it's usually located at the centre of the remote. This is where you'll find your internet web browser app. Select this to open and then type hochanda.com into the search bar, and this will take you to our website homepage, which includes our live broadcast and access to previous shows. So now you can watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV, whenever you feel crafty.
Hi, I'm Katrina from Rowan Dean. We're a small family business that design embroidery kits. Embroidery has always been my passion, and I'd love to show you how to do some of the stitches and some of the kits. We're based in Derbyshire, and I'm really inspired by the landscape and flora of Derbyshire, and I think other people will be too. Our kits are really easy, and I hope they inspire you to have a go at stitching. Since we've been on Hochanda, we've had a great time. Everybody's been really friendly and really good. We've met loads of people all around the country who watch Hochanda and find it really inspiring. Don't forget to join me on my rounding shows on Hochanda.
Ooh, let's see the reveal, low and slow. I was learning earlier.
Oops.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm giving enough heat. Well, Hayley will explain that because the genius of the gem genie, the rhinestone genie, is the ease of application. Because rather than stand there with a tiny tool and apply them all one by one, because actually you did say, I did listen to you earlier, Hayley, you said actually you should leave it just for a minute to cool because the glue is still tacky.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Been a little bit too keen to take that off, because probably you should just give that a good minute, a good 60 seconds or something, or, you know, to let that, because while the glue is still tacky from the warmth of the iron,
It is indeed.
it's just going to lift off, so
There we go.
to be
but
fair.
There you go.
we were trying to just give you the magic too quick, weren't we?
There you go. Quilters, do it in comfort with a nice cushion.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. That is absolutely beautiful. So this is the one day special.
It is,
Hayley,
yes.
tell me all about the Rhinestone Genie special.
Well, Rhinestone Genie is a company that's based in America, and they've come up with this fabulous idea to allow you to add gems to pretty much anything that you like, anything that will take heat from an iron, as you saw earlier on, because it's the heat that activates the adhesive on the back of the gems.
Yeah.
Once that heat has melted that glue, it will bond to whatever surface you've put it on. That could be fabric. We see lots of t-shirts, aprons, quilts, all sorts of things you could be adding those to, or indeed you could be using for your paper, your cards, scrapbooking, ceramics, anything that will take that heat when you apply it to it. But it's a really clever design because you don't have to put those gems down individually, like you said, Fiona.
Painstakingly boring.
Templates make it easy, and it's very clever. The facets on the gems mean that you can get them to lie the right way so you can pick them up and iron them all in place. 4 easy steps, as you can see there: create, sweep, lift and apply. That's as simple as it is. It's nice and clean, nice and easy, and then obviously you press it with your household iron, but we'll talk about that more in a little while.
And how permanent is that glue? I mean, can I'm not going to go and put it in a high degree wash, but can I wash my t-shirt?
It's in a cool wash, turn it inside out as you would with any t-shirt that you buy that's got gems on there. And again, don't put it into a tumble dryer, as you would usually find with lots of t-shirts. It will tell you not to tumble dry them because the heat will reactivate that adhesive, and you'll find out that it doesn't quite say the full phrase.
You lose
and it could be a bit risky, let's face it.
Fantastic. So this is the one day special, launched at 6 o'clock there. I saw yourself there and the lovely Janice. So tell me, what are we getting in the kit then, Hayley?
Okay, well, within this box you are getting everything that you need to get started. So you've got some clear gems, but we have got more gems available, which we'll tell you about in a few moments. But you're getting 2 of those die cut plates. These are magnetic pieces that once you lay them down, perhaps on something like a cookie tray that you can pick up from the supermarket.
Metal, basically.
Yeah, that's right. It needs to be steel, so as that magnet will attach to them. They will stay in place. You apply those fabulous little genie gems, as you can see. Use that sweeping tool, the sweeping pad. They'll all kind of go into place. You might need to ease some of them, but I'll give you some of those hints and tips as we go on. And then you basically apply that transfer tape. Now, the transfer tape, you've got 3 sheets of those.
Okay, that's this here.
I often trim them to size, so it would be the idea perhaps to add in some additional ones, which I know we have got available.
Yes.
But that is the start of the whole story, and that's where you want one day special is such a good deal, because you've got £10 saving.
Fantastic. And this is what I saw you do earlier, onto the felt.
We've got lots of finished samples as we go down the counter, but with the one day special, earlier on I used it because of course you've got a full alphabet, multiple letters with those, so of course if you do need to do names where you've got a couple of A's or 2 or 3's,
I noticed that. I really like that, Hayley, actually. 2 S's and 2 T's and stuff like that.
And then you have got some little additional elements like the star, like the little butterfly that you've got there is from the next set.
Oh, I'm naughty, sorry about that.
You have got a butterfly within this because the board here will show you all of those elements in there.
Big butterfly.
You've got a larger butterfly than the one that Fiona just shared with you. Up at the top there, little hearts, as you can see there. Yeah. Lots of fabulous little embellishments that are perfect for whatever project you fancy working on.
So we get the alphabet, we get all the lovely motifs there.
Good starting kit.
We get our little sweeper there.
You do.
We get those 3 adhesive sheets. That you said to me were reusable. Is that correct?
Well, that's right. That sheet you can use. I've probably used them 3 or 4 times, and they still stayed sticky. I don't know how long they'll go on for, to be honest. Comes with full instructions as well, and you've got pictorial instructions there as well as written instructions. We've also got a whole host of support from the Facebook page and also the company's website. And you'll see, if you go onto the company's website, you'll see some of the ideas that may well be winging their way to us very soon.
Fantastic. All for £30.83. £10 saving. 307995. And of course, we're going to see those in action. Are we going to carry on, or are we going to see?
I think so. One thing I will mention, because the company's based in America, and of course we've got Easter weekend coming in. We're just looking at the 1st of May for dispatch on those.
Ah, right. Yeah, good
than
point.
we used to, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But what do I do if I want more bling? I want more for my money.
Well, this bundle is brilliant because you've got the one-day special in it and some. So you'll be able to see that you have got that sheet that we've just looked at a few moments ago with the butterfly on there and the hearts. Down at the front, you'll see the alphabet. They all come within your one-day special. And, of course, you've got your clear gems in there. You've also got your sweeping pad that you would get. You've got more of those transfer sheets than you would. You get 20 this time rather than the 3 that we were looking at. And you've got the addition of 2 more sheets. Now, within those 2 sheets, you're going to learn how to use 2 different colours. The flowers down at the bottom, you've got a double overlay with regards to those. So you gem up one colour and then gem up a second to give it really a lot more interest. And then the other one, we've got kind of bugs and butterflies on that one. Yeah, I like that one.
I like that a lot. Love it. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. The dragonfly as well.
That's it. Now, the little butterfly that you showed us on that greeting card, that's come from that particular sheet.
Because you can use it on all the different materials.
And then, of course, all those other little elements, depends on how you use them, depends on the gems that you want to incorporate, gives you those different results. That's literally as that sheet is laid out. So you have got them in a kind of odd shape, odd directions. But have a look at those double overlay flowers.
Yes, I'm intrigued with the different colours there.
Well, you can see the centre one here. That centre circle is totally different colour to the outside parameter, as is the case with this one over here. You can use the discs in their own right if you're wanting to, and then of course you can see on the opposite corners there, you have got those daisy-like flowers. But you are also getting those ones that you get in the one-day special as well. And look how they sparkle.
They really do.
Absolutely amazing when the light
beautifully.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And what's great about those templates, you use them over and over and over again.
You do, yes. Look after them. Have a look at this. If you want to get really creative, we've got a little bit of painting going on with the fabric here. Gosh. So you could perhaps trace around those designs if you wanted to, and then add your colour. Do keep the bits that you tear and pull back. I'll explain that to you in a few moments, because you've got almost like a stencil that you could paint through and then bling it up afterwards if you wanted to get really creative with it. It is the waste, but, well, crafters, we don't have waste, do we?
We do know this against the law, isn't it? £79.99, 334 711. And we've got the FlexiBuy payments on there as well. Look at that big saving, though, £21.71. 2 FlexiBuy payments of £40, but so reusable once you've got those patterns. And when I just think about things that you buy with just a little bit of bling on, you know, like a glasses case or a phone.
Trousers, jeans. I was looking earlier on. I had an email come through for a company that I often buy clothes from, and they've got gemmed jeans. And I think they were about £70, and that was 20% off. So, not cheap.
Not cheap. What do I do if I want more bling? You know, I've got them one day special.
How much bling do you want?
I always want more, Hayley.
There's those. You can, obviously, with those hits that we've just been looking at, you are going to get with the one day special, you're clear. You're also going to get 3 additional packs if you're going for the ultimate set. But if you're wanting to make up your own collection, then this is the way to do it. Individually, they're £9.99, but if you go for the pick and mix, you do get better value because you're getting a saving with those.
Wow, 3.
Yeah, you are. Some really nice colours in there. Top tip from me, maybe go for another bag of the clear, because I do tend to find I use that one most. The black, really nice if you're wanting a kind of classic look. The jet black, really nice. But then, fill your boots with whichever the others you fancy.
Oh, look at those lovely colours. They've got the purples of tanzanite there. Lovely, sapphire blue, green emeralds. What we see now, I'm a bit hard pushed, but it doesn't matter because I can get 3 for £21.99, especially when you just said to me, you know, they're normally about £10 each.
Well, that's
a bitty bargain.
You've got 1,440 gems in there. I'd like to say I counted them, but I haven't.
That's going to go a long way. £21.99, 631 542. In fact, Hayley, we can just see over our shoulder there. Can you see this fantastic? Yeah. Hold on a sec, that's ruining it. Look
There
at
you
this.
go.
Isn't that amazing? Look at the bling from afar.
Now, some of these you've got larger pieces with regards to these as well. But yeah, this is Dave's banner. When Dave does his exhibition, you can see why our buyers saw him when they were over in, I think, was it? Oh, I can't think where the show was. The trade show that they went to. But
Yeah.
it would stand out with a banner like that.
You
wouldn't you, Storm?
would. Gorgeous. Like, just keep an eye on what's going on in the background between myself and Hayley, because there's T-shirts, there's aprons, there's hats. We've got all sorts that's been blinged up here today. So, yeah, I love the fact that it works on so many different
and this is the thing, as
materials.
long as it will take the heat, whether it's fabric, whether it's paper, then it will be fine. You'll be able to apply it to your project. Sometimes if it's three-dimensional, like a baseball cap or shoes, it can be a little bit trickier because, of course, you've got that curved surface. So a little bit of practice and you'll be able to do that. But, yes. Can you do the movement as well?
What's that? What's the
Doing
movement?
The splits.
You must be joking. I do myself a mischief.
I'll
be honest, I've never ever been able to do the splits. No.
Could you just back to the arms?
I can do an Irish jig, and that's about. No, I can't do the splits. Oh my! You'd have me in hospital.
I think the forms would have to fill out.
Look at the mess. Right. Okay. What's next?
So here we have got a variety of different choices with regards to the large kind of magnetic sheets. And I know lots of you are going for these and then choosing which of those different pieces you want to go through. So we've got them in a bit of a jumble because we're having a little bit of a giggle and a laugh with these earlier on. So I'll take that one because that goes with that one.
Okay.
Oopsie daisy. Shall I give you that one to talk about to
Yep,
start with? And I'll get the other ones ready.
Oh, I know why she's giving me this one. So here's our large template. We've got the large alphabet that you can actually see, but this is called the variety. It's got the green shamrocks. I'm already there. The flamingo. Look at this. We're in the tropical. Club Tropicana. We've got the musical notes. I love this one straight away. The paw.
Isn't that sweet?
We've got the happy face. That's just brilliant. The double hearts, the treble clef, the notes. Love that a lot. And our flamingo. That is gorgeous, isn't it? So this is called the
That one's the variety.
the variety set. So is it all under the one code, Hayley, but with different names?
It is, yeah. You've got
Right,
different options.
okay.
You can choose any one of these for $19.95, but of course, same item number, just one person packing.
Lovely. This is the variety then. Oh, I see. We've all got them there. Lovely.
Lovely.
What have you got next? The large
the
alphabet?
that you were looking at.
Yeah.
That's this particular one. I should have given you that one first, really.
That's all right. Double down. I mean, just look at that bling factor.
Isn't that amazing?
When you think of a certain crystal variety that shall not be named and the price they charge.
Yes, that's it.
Goodness gracious.
And of course, with this, you can turn your T-shirts into whatever occasion you like. It could be a hen do, it could be a certain a party
Nickname.
for a certain birthday, nickname, yeah. Could be that you're going to a concert and you want the name of your...
Elvis.
Well, whoever you are. I wouldn't advise you go to a concert
No,
with
but,
Elvis.
well, he does play every year with
might not
Priscilla.
turn up.
It's just the images of him.
I see what you mean.
I just feel he loves Elvis. I just put him everything. Would I be wasting my money, Hayley, by any chance?
Might not be the original one. But there's lots of
Tribute
acts
acts.
do very, very well. Have a look at this one.
Okay, darling, what have we got now? And
This is a different type of
Okay.
script. I like this one because it kind of gives that handwritten look.
Yes, yeah, and the font there, because we've got the uppercase and lowercase there. Great if you are labelling, I don't know, dance bags for the little girls or
Yes.
the back of sweatshirts or... That's fantastic. We all love a bit of bling.
Don't we just? And it's really easy to work with these. Each of those little letters is an individual tile. They're all die cut, perfectly sized to house those little 3mm gems. And as I say, I'll show you a technique of how to get those in place in a minute.
And this one's called Script.
It is
Lovely,
indeed.
thank you.
It
Gorgeous.
is.
And we have
Now,
more.
this next set, you might like this. I like
I
this
do. You know why? Because we saw the T-shirt, didn't we? Yes, the wine diva. So there's our template,
That's
and
it.
this is what it can create.
And this is nice, similar to the flowers that we saw earlier on. You've got your duo colours with these. Yeah, I've not noticed the brandy glass on the side there.
Yeah,
but
what?
not
That would never happen
not a
in our
drop
lifetime.
spilt.
That
Not
would
a drop
never
spilt.
happen. This is outrageous.
Now you've got your glasses, as you can see, they're clear. That's why those clear are so useful to double up on with that pick and mix. But then you've got your tipple of choice in a different colour showing through there. Really easy to
Fantastic.
achieve.
So this one's called Wine Diva, as
It
you
is,
guess.
it is.
Another font one we've got here.
So this one's a good value one because this one is your uppercase and your lowercase, and you'll recognise the name of it too. as well.
Arial.
That's
Yeah,
it.
you'll
So it's
recognise that
One of your standard fonts on your computer. So what about making a card, perhaps with detailing on there that matches up with a gift? That you
Yeah,
personalise?
lovely.
Yeah.
Got some nice punctuation there as well. A little question mark.
But nice, love that. Lots of sparkle.
Yeah.
Repeats of the letters as well, which I
Yeah.
think is important.
Yeah.
If you're doing names with multiples in there. And then if you are thinking about your Christmas projects, which we're
Well,
gonna have
Gail
to,
was earlier,
we're
wasn't
going
she,
to
with
have
the Christmas
to at some
Santas?
point. Yes, yeah. This one here has got all of your traditional Christmas
Aw.
icons there. Obviously your snowman there, your reindeer. You could add a few additional gems if you wanted to the reindeer's nose.
Yes.
Because you can apply them individually as well if you've got one of those kind of wand-like tools
Ah.
to apply them.
Snowflakes, baubles, gorgeous Christmas tree, and our angel.
That's it. But they go on so
Oh,
many
yes.
different fabrics. I
Look at
mean,
that.
here you've got
That's
quite
beautiful.
a plush velvet style fabric with a lot of pile on it, but it is working. You can see those gems are attached there.
Beautiful, Hayley.
Maybe you're going to be making things like your Christmas gifts. There you go, getting ready for the
Oh, I
Christmas
like
party,
this.
maybe.
Look at that. Dad's going to love that. Hey?
As a Christmas day, isn't it? Well, what about blinging up your jeans?
All the back pockets.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Like that idea?
That's fantastic. I love that idea, Hayley.
And of course, you were talking
Handbags.
about... Oh, yes, and this one is just for you.
Oh, now, come on. Hey.
Now you need to do your jig.
Oh, dear. I would be after that glass of wine. Crikey.
Late
Oh,
for this year,
fantastic.
but of course, you've
Oh, I
got
love
plenty
it.
of time for next year. And I love this one here. It shows you how, if you are traditionally crafting, I mean, here we've got a fabulous winter panel here with a snowman and all those fabulous snowflakes scattered around the outside.
What a lovely idea. Beautiful.
Really
Fantastic.
versatile. It can be as simple or as complex as you want it to be, really.
So adaptable. All those options there, £19.95. Just look at the different, well, the same code number, but different choices. 223710. Lovely. Now we've got the medium size as well.
We
there,
have,
Hayley. I'll
yes.
pass
So
those
some
out
of
the
these have
way.
moved across a little bit here.
Okay, darling.
Same item number on all of these. So again, it's choices.
I see.
Individual. Some of these you will see from the packs that we've been looking at. The ultimate set, the double flowers were in there. The butterflies and bugs were in there.
Mm-hmm.
This time we've got a few additions with the snowflakes and the sewing machine. One of my
Love
favourites
that,
as
yes.
well.
And the faith that I can see on the T-shirt behind me there with that cap.
That's right.
Beautiful. So we just choose one of these for £11.95, is that correct?
That's right, it is indeed.
Big
Good
templates.
size. Good size. And again, team these up with the alphabets from the Ultimate Set or the one day special. You really have got lots of scope. And the sewing machine that you saw there is part of that cushion cover that we saw at the start of the show.
Yes, fantastic. So whether you're a keen gardener or a musician or you're just thinking Christmas or you're sewer, gorgeous, or even you just like that image of the faith. I think they're beautiful. £11.95 each, 571587. And then we've got to pick a mix.
We
Choose any
have.
two of these.
Yeah,
and then we'll
these
see
ones are
how
your
it
smaller
works.
size projects,
Yeah.
but they've still got so much bling with them. When you have a look, you've got lots of choices, and this is the one where the unicorn appears.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, and of course, as soon as you see the unicorn, it's funny, I was wandering around the supermarket before I headed up this way, and there's a little girl wandering around the clothing department with a mum, and all you
yeah.
can say is, "Mum, it's a unicorn, I want it, it's a unicorn, I want it." And yeah,
so hot to
perfect
trot,
for
aren't they?
Little girls love their unicorns. Paw prints again.
Very cute.
Yeah, very popular. Yeah, nice ones. And the little hearts as well. These
can't
are
go
nice.
wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I like the filled one. That's really cute.
Well, that's it. Now we're seeing solid colours with all of these. Some of the actual designs are two-part designs, like the flowers that we spoke of earlier
Yeah.
on. But what you can do with some of these is use a mixture of rhinestones in there.
Oh.
I've been keeping my colours
Like a
separate.
dolly mixture?
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So you can kind of have a rainbow of different effects. That charity ribbon, I think, is a really nice one because, of course, you've got all the different colours that you've got with those gems. If you've got a charity that you support, then you could be making kind of your blingy lapel pins with those.
That's a really good idea, actually. Yeah, if you want
It's
to
a
create something
fundraiser,
to fundraise.
And in fact, anything that we've shown you already, Dave and Rhinestone Genie are really, really happy for you to make and sell. They have lots of people who run small businesses using their templates. And as I say,
Fantastic.
check out their website. There's a lot more to see on there.
great stuff. Talking of a lot more to see, we have got a little bit of footage of some finished samples, and then we'll see how this wondrous one-day special works. when you think rhinestones, you think painstaking, slow application. Can we just eradicate that from your mind now? Because this is going to blow your mind.
Well, it's so easy, and that's the key thing, because I can't be doing anything where you need all that kind of close detail work. Yeah, I haven't got to. And I'll just end up knocking it and the whole thing, you've got to start again. So I've been having a little bit of a play because, of course, with these gems, you can apply them to anything, any type of fabric, including your socks. And they will work because if you've got the stretch in there, you can see it's not distorting those. None of them are pinging off or anything. It is adhered to that really well. So this one has actually been created using one of the little hearts that you get in your one day special. I'm going to show you how you can actually turn that into a multi kind of repeat pattern because it's really easy. Okay. So, first things first, these are magnetic pieces. Now, when they come to you, I'll pull out one just to show you. This particular one's one of the larger templates, but they are in a carry sheet, and you have to detach them from the carry sheet. And you just have to be careful how you do that, because if you do get a little bit heavy-handed, you might find that you kind of damage where those little circles are, because they're kind of like not pierced, but
punched
like
hole,
punched
basically,
holes, and you're quite easy to go through there. So when you get to the edge, you'll see that you've got your design all there with that outer parameter edge. Just kind of give it a little bit of a wiggle, and then what I tend to do is I push it one way and then push it the other, just to detach it at some point, and then support the element in the middle and kind of turn the rest of it away from there. So if you do any pulling, it's going to be on that bottom part rather than top. And as you work your way around, you can see that you detach it and it's nice and clean, and you've not done any damage to any of those areas. Other thing that you need to do is get yourself a baking tray. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just go to one of those very economical shops that take coins that are around that sort of size. And then the reason being is that will act as your magnetic sheet for these to go onto, because they are magnets, so you can see there they're not going to fall away. You can move them around, so if you need to position your design you can do, but starting off with that little one, as you can see there. I'm going to work with the red rhinestones, which I think come in the ultimate set, but of course are in the pick and mix. And all you do is scatter your rhinestones over your project. Be generous with these, because any that fall away, you will still pick those up, you'll still use those. And then you've obviously got your sweeping pad, and your sweeping pad gives you the ability to get those gems in place. And all you do to start with, first action is just sweeping gently from side to side. Now you have to be careful with some of those little pieces, because if you press too hard, you'll see what happens. You move,
move the whole piece.
The whole thing. So just kind of glide over the top, nothing too heavy, and then with a little bit of luck, that is all that you need to do to actually get them in place there. And what happens is these are faceted, so they will fall in. Sometimes they do go the opposite side round, so you'll see like the grey side, which is where you've got the adhesive on the underside there. And if they do happen, then all you need to do is put some more rhinestones on there and do a circular motion, and the faceted side will kind of rub against the others to flip them over.
Yes.
They do sometimes become very friendly, and you might get two in those little pockets there. So you do have to keep your eye open in case you get a couple of little cheeky ones together. But you can always get a cocktail stick or a pokey tool and just move them out the way. Now I'm going to pick up this particular design using some of the transfer tape. Now with the one day special you're getting 3 A5 size pieces, roughly A5, but of course in the ultimate set you're getting 20 of those, so you're getting a lot more, and I think they're full A4 size as well, so you're getting a lot for your money with that ultimate set.
Do we have any sheets on their own for sale on the web?
I think we do actually, so you can get more of those. You can see the little dots of glue on there. You'll also see some little furry bits, and that's because I have used this already, but you can reuse it. And I've used them, some of the sheets, probably 4 times, 5 times, and they've been okay.
Wow.
The only thing that's likely to damage them is when you apply the heat. If the heat is too hot, you might find that they discolour, but they're still going to be usable. They'll just have a different
We've got extra sheets there, Hayley, £9.99.
You don't have to worry.
156403, get 12
Now
of them
this,
anyway.
Fiona, is where we go. Slow and slow. And that is the key thing. You get hold of the corner of your tape there, and you're going to keep it low. You're not going to pull it up at right angles like that. You're going to keep it so it almost doubles back on itself, and you're literally going to roll it back nice and slowly, and as it goes it should pick up all of those little gems.
You want to peel, don't you, rather than pull them out?
Exactly.
Just want to peel them out.
And then just be careful, be quite mindful as to where you're putting that, because if you start bringing it over here you might pick up some of those gems that are down at the bottom there. And this type of baking tray is quite useful because there's a little channel around the edge, so it keeps some of them out the way. Come back in with that cover sheet, and that will just help you press down and get those gems to make sure that they are adhered to that sheet, so nice and easy. And then that is one of our gemmed elements.
Do you find it easy to cut the sheets down to size then, did you say,
I
Hayley?
tend to, yeah, because, well, I'm a bit of a clumsy crafter. And if I've got an A4 sheet and I'm concentrating on what's that's 2 centimetres square, I will not be watching what's happening on the rest of the sheet. And then all of a sudden I've got hundreds of gems stuck to it. So that's what I tend to do. Now, as with our sock, we had 2 little hearts on there, so we need to make our second one. So we're going to go back in with the gems. Again, I should have picked up a teaspoon or something just to get those in place, but again, just get them in there. These very convenient little pots that come with a lid, and a man brings them to your door with food.
I know, sometimes you wash them, you just keep them, don't you?
That's it, yeah. Although the one that I had earlier on, I can't have washed it properly because I took the lid off and it smelled of chicken tikka masala. But there you go, that's another story.
There's an insight into Hayley's life on a Friday night.
And again, just smooth them from side to side. Now, on this occasion, you can see that we have got a few that have fallen face down.
Yeah.
It's actually quite a pretty design. I like that one. But in order for those to turn around, all we need to do is come back in with some of those gems. Just put your fingernail on the edge of the design so as it doesn't move too much, and literally come back in with more of a circular motion.
Wow.
Imagine you're polishing those gems, and then you will see that they will flip round. It's really clever how they do it.
You don't expect that to happen, do you?
You do. You kind of hold your breath. It's one of those ones when you do it and you think, oh, please work, please work, please work, and it has done. Now, when I come back in with this design, what I want to do is I want to make them into interlocking hearts. So there's a couple of those little gems that I'm not actually going to need now because they're going to overlap. So if I just be careful as I bring this in, because I don't want to pick any of those up, but you kind of can decide whereabouts you want that overlap to be. So wherever you want to decide, you just go in with a, as I say, a little pokey tool, or it could be a cocktail stick. In fact, it's over that side. So sometimes they jump with a little bit of static. So on that occasion, I think we might pick them up from over that side. And we can interlock those. So perhaps if I go for that one and I take that next one out, lost my glasses. Glasses on, glasses off. I'm at that age. Sometimes you need them, sometimes you don't. So on this occasion, I'm going to just locate those 2 little gems that we've got on that little shoulder of the heart there are going to sit in there and pick up the rest of the gems. But as you can see, I've not really got a big enough sheet, but hopefully there'll be enough there for me to get hold of them, just about there. Now, if you do have any that jump around, as they can do, just push your fingernail and push them back in. You'll hear them kind of crunch back into their little holes, and then you know they are in place. And there you go. I can go low and slow again. That one on the edge is right on the edge of that piece there, but we have got it. We have picked it up. And then all I'm going to do is bring in that sheet again, press it down on there, and just give it a jolly good rub to make sure it's in place. And again, you can push it from the other side if you wanted to, but the top side going into the transfer sheet is the key thing, really. You've got that side, because when you peel that away, it doesn't really matter if you push down from that side. Move the tray out of the way, because then we're going to apply it to our sock. And this is really easy. You just need an iron. You could use one of the Cricut heating pads that we had yesterday. They're on. But you don't have to if you don't want to, if you haven't got one of those. I've got one, but I didn't want to bring it in because I didn't think, I was worried in case you thought that you had to have that in order to work with it.
Right.
So, you know, some people don't always watch right from beginning to end. And sometimes people watch without the sound on, so you wouldn't know.
So you haven't go and buy a special heat iron
exactly.
for crafting or anything.
What I tend to do with something like socks or anything that's got any stretch in it, and it's a good habit to get into, because sometimes with the fabrics and the adhesive can go through the first layer. Now, we're working with something quite thick with regards to this because it's a pair of socks, so it's not likely that the adhesive would go through, but it just protects the underside, and it's a good habit to get into.
Yeah, no, it's a good call. I would never thought of that.
Good habit. Oh, try not. See, this is what I was saying about me being clumsy. I don't look what's going on around me. Honestly, I'm terrible. So we're making a pair of socks. So we've got on. Look at the outside of your sock if you think of it as a pair, because you don't want them on the inside, really, do you? Or you'll get them wrong. So just double check to make sure you've got the right size. Don't stretch the sock, because if you stretch the sock when it releases, you'll find all of those gems are kind of bunched up in the middle. There's no need to do that. Just lay them down as they are, and then just kind of bring one against the other, just to get the positioning right with regards to them. And obviously the design has changed slightly because of the way that they were done, and just position them where you want them to go. Again, just give them a little bit of a rub with your sweeping pad, And the adhesive that you've got there, that's where you saw all those little fluffy bits when we looked at it in close detail earlier.
Yes.
And then just bring in one of those Teflon craft mats that many of us have got in our crafty stash, and then just bring your iron in. Now the temptation whenever you pick up an iron is to do this, because that's what you do with an iron, you iron your clothes.
Yeah.
But what you should really be doing is just letting it sit, don't move it, and ideally put your hand on there to give it a little bit of weight. Need to have it on a wool setting, so that's kind of a cool to medium setting. And holding it, when you're looking at fabrics, you're looking at least 45 seconds.
Right, okay.
If you're working with card, stock or paper, little less than that, probably about 30 seconds, because there's nowhere really for the adhesive to go.
Right,
with the fabric, it soaks into the fabric and bonds, but when you are working with cardstock, then it can seep out and you can see underneath the gems if you're not careful. And also, if you're moving the iron, what you can do is once that adhesive is melting, you move it and the glue is sliding, it's not staying put, which is quite a hard habit to get yourself into, not doing that with an iron. Just give it a few moments just to cool down a little bit, because again, that adhesive needs to set in place, because it's hot, then you're going to pull them straight back off again. But again, with that, you're going to go low and slow. And this is what we saw at the beginning. I kind of went in too quickly. And I pulled it back too quickly. I hadn't applied enough heat, but you can see when you do it right, you get it absolutely spot on, perfect. And then what you can do, go back in with your Teflon sheet and just go over the top again, just to make sure that they are set in place. And then that design of a unique designer pair of socks, I could actually go off and sell those on my craft fair. I could have an L and an R on there for left and right.
Yes.
It could be little hearts, it could be whatever you want them to be.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Get a unicorn on there, it's going to fly out.
Top tip though, if you are doing socks, don't do it too close to where the heel is or the ankle, because you don't want them to rub on the top of your shoes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, there you go.
How do we create a flexi buy order? Well, let's have a quick look and then we'll recap on all the goodies we've got on the show today.
Flexi order has arrived at Hochanda. What is Flexi order? When you place an item on FlexiBuy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your FlexiBuy payments, so you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping baskets, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi Order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly FlexiBuy payments, offering you the extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi Order, making your shopping experience with Hochanda easier.
Indeed, and we're going to see some more demonstrations from Hayley. But let's just have a quick recap on our one-day special. £30.83. What are we getting? We're getting 3 of those beautiful transfer sheets. That is the glue. Well, actually, you've got the glue already on your rhinestones, and here they are down here, the clear ones as well. But you need the transfer sheets to take them from the templates. And with the templates, we've got 2. We've got the hearts and the butterflies and the dragonfly and the little... the little ribbon there, yeah, the lovely charity ribbon or whatever you want it to be. And the star there, absolutely gorgeous. Then we've also got the alphabet set in the capitals with double letters there, because obviously if we're spelling words, you know, there's S's, there's T's, there's vowels. It can be really irritating when you've only got the one. So I think that's absolutely brilliant. Double of those there. And you also get your sweep away sponge as well, which you've just seen in action. Now in that gem pack as well of the clear, 1,440. Now we have got extra on the show as well, so, but it's going to last you a while, definitely. So full instructions as well in terms of creating your unique design and how to arrange it. So you've got create, sweep, lift and apply. So absolutely brilliant. Brand new today, £10 saving, 307995. A great kit to get you started. And most materials, all the ones. If you can apply the heat to the material, then you can apply the rhinestones to said material, whether it be cloth, whether it be felt, whether it be socks, whether it be, I don't know, metal. It's really whatever you can iron on. Okay, that's the best way to say it, really. Now, we've got our bumper pack as well, which you are loving, the ultimate bling pack, because obviously you're getting everything that you get in the starter kit. The alphabet, you are getting those clear rhinestones, and you're getting the dragonfly and the butterfly and the stars there. You're also getting, rather than just 3, you're getting 20 now. 20 now of the transfer sheets, okay? So that is a big amount of transfer sheets there as well. But as Hayley said, she's used that one there 4 times now, so you can reuse them, but they will eventually have a shelf life. Then we've got 3 more packs of the actual rhinestones as well. We've got the colour ones there, the sapphire blue, emerald and the red, as well as that lovely clear. And you're also getting 2 more of the templates. Yes, we're getting those lovely flowers which have a 2-tone effect to them, actually, as Hayley was explaining. Let me just show you this, so you can get those colour combos going. And we've also got our dragonfly and our butterfly on a side there. They're facing different directions, but of course yours can face it on our little ladybird. Beautiful, aren't they? And then there, can you see the 2-tone on the flowers there, you see? I'm dying to see how that works, you see. How does that work? All will be explained to me by our Hayley. 2 flexi-buy payments of £40. Look at that saving, £21.71. And of course you use the magnetic templates over and over and over again. So great investment. 334711, £79.99, 2 flexi-buy payments of £40. Now the pick and mix of our rhinestones. Hayley said, can you ever have enough, Fiona? I was like, no, is the answer. Her top tip was go for another clear, because you'll probably use that more than any of them, and then choose another 2. So I think normally the price was around £10 per pack, $9.99 each, but you are getting 3 for $21.99. Yeah, so forgive me, I think that introductory price of saving £3 is a bit of a throwing you a bit of a wobbly there, because this is just a great saving full stop. So you get 3 for £21.99. You pick any of the 3. We've got tanzanite colours, emerald, citrine, sun orange, sapphire, topaz, gorgeous black diamonds for a real classy look. Yeah, very chic. But get yourself another one of those clear as well. Aqua. Oh, gorgeous array of colours there. You pick any 3 for £21.99, 631542. Yeah, the sort of the holographic there, clear as well. Isn't that, oh, look at that, beautiful. Look at those. Whether you're decorating material, quilts, T-shirts, embellishing glasses cases, oh, I don't know, ties, Santa's sock, hats, belts, handbags, jeans pockets. Names on socks, names on pants, I don't know, whatever it is you're doing. Let's just label it with our big bling letters. Gorgeous there. Now we've got the big templates, the large templates, and these come in an array. Double down. Now I've got to get these in the right way. Double down. That's the first one. Here are big alphabet. Big alphabet, doubling the letters, you see? Double rows of the actual rhinestones there. So this is double down. This is £19.95, 223710. Then we've also got my favourite. Here we go. Variety. You've got shamrocks and palm trees, a musical notes and a flamingo. I mean, what more could you want? Yeah. Then we've also got Christmas. Yeah, well, that's easy enough. Angels, Christmas trees, snowflakes, baubles, reindeers. We could colour his nose, couldn't we, as Hayley said, and snowmen there. We've also got the Arial font, which is in capitals, and also, I'm just showing you the bling version, but you can see they come in the magnetic sheets there. So in the capitals, yeah. We've got the Wine Diva. There we go. And then we've also got the script. There we go. Is that beautiful? I think the script's my favourite because I like that font in the lowercase. That beautiful. There's something about that writing. Yeah, it's really beautiful. That I like that a lot. So same item code number. You choose which one you like. £19.95, 223710. Now, we've also got the medium size as well. Yeah, indeed. Whether we're embellishing our belt or our headband or even, do you know what they call those little eye masks? You've got your own mask. Snooze, you lose. You put whatever you want on it. Don't wake me. Whatever you want to put on there. Hats, T-shirts. Brilliant. So these are the medium. Now, you can choose any of these. They've all got... well, they've all got the different emblems. You've got the Faith, you've got that lovely sewing machine that Hayley showed us right at the start. There's Faith. There is the sewing machine. You choose which one you want for £11.95. We've got the flourishes, we've got the snowflakes, we've got the bugs and the flowers. Gorgeous. So these are the medium-sized templates, 571587. So you've got quite a few choices there. 6 choices. You choose which one you want for £11.95. And then we've got the pick and mix with the unicorn as well. Yes. Any two of these, £13.95. So you've got, again, you've got your lovely flowers, you've got your ribbons there. Well, I should say snowflakes, not flowers, forgive me, snowflakes. But I suppose you could make them into flowers. The ribbons, we've got our crosses, embellishments there. Whether it is a religious occasion or just because we like the symbol, we've got the unicorn, we've got our paw prints. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. And our hearts, which Hayley just showed us on the socks. £13.95. You choose which two you want. 716966. Let's have a look at the website, because we can shop ahead if there's anything we've missed or not told you about. You can get extra adhesive sheets on there. Don't forget that that'll pick up the actual rhinestones from your template. But the adhesive fixes on the back of the actual gemstones, rhinestones themselves, I should say. And that's the key there. Really brilliant. A really fast, economical system for applying a multitude of gems to whatever your project is. All right, I'm back with Hayley.
Right, I was just working on a couple of little swirls because we're going to make a little kind of door hanger for maybe a little girl's room. Oh, got one of those little gems that's just flipped over. So where's my little poker tool? Let's just pop that back into place.
Now, we were talking about the letters earlier, weren't we, Hayley?
Yes.
You did give me a top tip.
Well, this is it. You don't have to worry about doing a mirror version of them. In the past, you might have had to. Sometimes when you're working with different mediums, they're putting alphabets and letters in place. You do have to think of the name back to front, and sometimes you have to draw a template. But with this, you don't have to worry. These little embellishments that I'm making here, I'm just going to keep these to one side, and we might add these on if we have time. But just move those to the side. Okay. Magnetic sheets, really useful for actually storing them as well. I've got another one over here with them on the base.
Just use that. If you haven't got your magnetic sheets in your folders, just use your baking tray.
Yeah, you could use those.
Steel baking tray, yeah.
That's it. And these aren't fancy ones. They're just from the local supermarkets. But
fantastic.
You can pick them up, as I say, on the high street. So we're going to be working with a little door hanger here, and what I'm going to do is actually put a name on there. And we're going to use one of those 2 colour flowers as well.
Oh, good.
Because we've got here, we can actually use those as the basis for the flowers as well. And it's worth mentioning that when you do actually pop out those stencils, keep all of those sheets, all those elements that are left over, because these are really useful for you to get creative with those designs. So for instance, somewhere in here I've got the one with the unicorn. I don't know what I've done with it. Maybe it's not in there. I thought it was. But you can keep those elements. So here you see, for instance, these are the paw prints. And what you could do with that is actually use that as a stencil, put that down on top of your paper or card, ink through it, and then come back in with the paw print and add the gems on top of the stenciled image. Yeah. So there's lots of creativity that you have got with this. So it's not just about adding the blink and that's it. So move that out of the way just for the time being, because we're going to build up the name. So I'm going to use the alphabet set that comes with the 1 day special. And we're looking at, I don't know, what name? Should we put Fiona on there? Let's put Fiona on.
Or Fee, even quicker.
Okay. Just
F-double-E.
F-double-E.
Yeah,
oh, my friend had a... Because it's Fee's... the surname Fee is Irish, isn't it? Yeah. Shauna Marie Teresa Fee. I don't think you could have any more of an Irish name than that.
Let me guess where they're from. We need a shamrock now, don't we?
It did make me giggle, because when her dad actually went to register her birth, he'd been celebrating down the pub with his mates beforehand, and he got the names in the wrong order. So it wasn't until she applied for a passport that she realised that the name that she'd actually been using for 18 odd years wasn't the name that she got on her birth certificate.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. And do you know what? That story does not stand alone. I think there's many a story like that.
I bet it doesn't. Now with these, you've got repeats of some of those letters. So when we come to the word womb, you've got 2 O's in there, you've got 2 E's in there, so we haven't got to worry about that. Putting these down and just laying them down exactly as you would do when you're working with them. When you get them, they look like dominoes there, don't they? When you get them, they are joined together. You just kind of snap them apart. So just give them a little bit of a wiggle and they will come apart. So you can see room there. And of course we need the letter S for Fee. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap though, because we need the apostrophe. Because we're going to do this grammatically correctly.
Okay.
With this alphabet set, you don't have an apostrophe, but that's not a problem. We can actually add one of our own.
You can make one, couldn't you, out your bling?
Well, you could just use the letter I.
Yeah.
And just add a couple of those little gems there if you wanted to. So we might do it that way. I've not actually worked with that done that before, but we'll give it a go. Just put it at a little angle.
Could you freehand your apostrophe? I suppose
Well, you could if you wanted to. Just put a couple of little elements in there. I'm going to bring up a room as well. Now I'm just going to make sure that that will all fit on. It should do. You can always do it at a jaunty angle if you need to. What colour would you like your door sign to be, Fiona?
I like...
You're not going to be able to keep this, by the way, because we need to show it tomorrow.
Oh, we're playing it. No, I like the blue.
The blue, right, let's go in with the blue. Keeping them in these little plastic tubs, really useful. Put the lids on there, but it just means you can actually sprinkle them on there and really get them going where you need them to go. As I've said every single time, just be generous with them, don't be stingy. You've got lots in there, and then when you do get them in place, it just makes it easier for you to get them where you need them to go. Now, using the sweeping pad, you just go backwards and forwards, gently but firmly, slide it backwards and forwards, and you'll see as you move those gems away, quite often they fall into place all by themselves, and you can see that's exactly what's happened here. Got a few little ones in the middle there, so
a few stowaways there.
Jump those out the way. You can use a little brush or anything like that just to kind of tickle them and get them out of the way, and just keep an eye open, because as I say, sometimes you do get ones that do get rather attracted to their little friends.
Just had a naughty one leap out.
Well, this is it, they can do. They're sprightly little things if you're not watching them. Nudge that one back into place so that can go into there, and then of course we don't need all of those ones in the apostrophe, so I can either lift that up and kind of move them out the way like that quite easily.
Great.
It's a good idea not to get your fingers too much in the way, because what you can do with the oils of your fingers is actually flip them around, so less is more, but it's not the end of the world, because you can just flip them over if they behave themselves and get them back into place. There you go. It's still not going, little monkey. There you go. There you go.
There we go. Tremendous.
Move all the others out of the way, because you don't want to pick up any of those on your travels. You can move the stencils once they are on the sheet, but I do suggest you do that very carefully, because if you move them too much and lift them, obviously you've got holes there and it could go right the way through, and then you have to start again. But it's not the end of the world. What we do is just literally go back and pick them up again.
Nothing's been stuck down yet, so we're okay.
Well, that's it. Now, we've got a little bit of the sheet here. I tend to chop it to the right sort of size, or roughly the right size. I'm going to leave that as this piece that we've got here. And just lay that down on top. Go down quite quickly, don't hover, because if you hover, what you might find is the static electricity kind of picks them up and they jump out.
Oh, okay.
But if it does happen, don't worry, because you can just nudge them back in. You'll hear almost like a crunching noise as they go back into those little recesses. Give it a rub with your finger. Obviously, you've got your sweeping pad you can get in there as well. Just make sure that they are adhered properly. And then again, just go in low and slow. So don't lift it up at all, right up, right angles, just gently peel it back on itself, and you'll see those fabulous little gems all attaching to that transfer tape. And you kind of hear a little kind of crunching noise as it goes. Again, just lay it down and then put your transfer tape cover back on there. Rough size down. In fact, I don't think it really matters. And then just give it a good rub just to make sure that those pieces are adhered. Don't worry if any of them jump around though, because you do have the ability to dodge them around. So there we go, fees room.
Fantastic.
So remove that out of the way when you get that into place here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the other elements, because I mentioned about the centres of the flowers. So I'm going to pop that down there with the flower around there. So I'm just kind of positioning things to make sure that they all fit on nicely. It might be that you have to kind of manoeuvre things a little bit, which we might have to do. So what I might do is, as I say, don't have to worry. Just take those elements. I'm just going to take the E. Yeah, there's quite a big gap there, so I'm just going to take those and cut that, which might seem quite dramatic, but if you're going for that ultimate set, keep these pieces, because you will be able to use them. And then I'm just going to put that down. I think that will fit on more or less. There we go. So we can have it go horizontal. See where you need to position it. Just move that one out of the way. I'll pop it up at the top here, I think. Just about fits on there. Thank goodness your name isn't Alexandra, because I think we might have to shorten it. Pop that down in place, so just get the rough idea of where you're wanting it to go, and then obviously come back in with that non-stick sheet and go over the top. Again, the heat is going to heat up those gems, heat up that adhesive and set them in place. And please, please, please don't move the iron like I keep doing. I keep telling myself, but I keep doing it.
Hold it, Hayley.
I had to just hold
So
it.
we need another saying that'll get you
it,
to the
yeah.
groove, you know, like you're low and
That's it,
slow.
yeah. And just 30 seconds, that's all that you need with regards to getting the heat in place. There's nowhere for that glue to go when you're working with these. With the fabric, it will go into the fibres. With your cardstock, it won't do. And you can, with your cardstock, peel it back pretty quickly. Now, you'll see that a few of those have lifted away, so I'm just going to pop that back down there.
Yeah.
And as I say, just pop it back on there. It's getting the balance right
Yeah.
with regards to the heat, the pressure, and the length of time. But because if you go in nice and slowly when you're removing that transfer tape, you don't need to worry. You can just pop it back down again and then give it another little go and pull it back. Pull it back, we should be okay. Oh, that little one there's been a bit stubborn over that far side. Sometimes you do find the edges, because you naturally press down in the centre. The edge pieces do sometimes get
pressure,
missed,
yeah.
so just make sure that you are pressing it on all of them. And sometimes with an iron, I know when we were talking to, was it Emma yesterday? She was saying with the cricket pad, you've got all over heat. With an iron, I don't think you do. I don't
The
think
distribution's slightly different, is
exactly,
it?
yeah. So hopefully those are going to be in place now. I think we're okay. Oh, there's a couple there. It's still quite warm though, so it might be that I'm
it might be
doing
a
it
cooling
too
down
quick.
thing.
I've not worked out, this is actually grey board, and I've not worked on grey board before, so
Well, we're finding out.
it's just getting that balance. But this is what you'll be finding when you experience it at home, because it can vary depending on the medium that you're working with. But hopefully, with a wing and a prayer,
There we go.
we might be there.
Just a little
A couple of
manoeuvring.
those ones are kind of just right on the edge there, but they should be okay. But while the adhesive is still warm, you could nudge them in slightly with your finger. Just be careful, because it will be warm. And then, of course, we need to pop that apostrophe S in there, because we're going to be grammatically correct. But now we have the ability to put those
Manoeuvre
wherever we
it,
want them to be and make sure that it fits in. And then we're going to go back in and do the flower.
Oh, lovely.
So, obviously everything that I've worked with so far has come from the one-day special. And the one-day special does feature in the ultimate set as well. So whichever you're going for, so far you are able to do that with the one-day special.
Exactly, just get those extra sheets of transfer sheets, you get the extra magnetic plates there in the ultimate one. But that is the one-day special. 1,440 of those clear gems, your sweeper, what do we call it, cushion?
Your sweeping pad.
Sweeping pad there, your alphabet in the double letters there as well, in the uppercase, and then your butterfly and your stars and your dragonfly and lovely shapes there as well. And 3 of those transfer sheets for £30.83, £10 saving, 307995. And don't forget, on the website we've got extra transfer sheets, we've got extra rhinestones, and we've got those medium, the small pick and mix templates as well, and then we've got the ultimate kit at the bottom of the screen there for £79.99.
I keep
So there it is.
everything sticking to everything. I am the messiest crafter out, so anything that's self-adhesive is going to get stuck to something that is not meant to be stuck to, and that's exactly what's happening here. I've got little bits of transfer tape everywhere. So we've got your name on there, we've got Fee's Room on there. We're going to work down the bottom here now with those little two-tone flowers.
Lovely.
And again, when you pop these out from the stencil, from the backing, keep that. That is a perfect stencil. You could actually be inking through that, then adding your rhinestones, and then adding your rhinestones and another colour in the
that'd
middle.
be so lovely.
You can get really creative with these, but we're going to go back in. This is where I need you to choose another couple of colours.
Another colours.
Oh, we've got an
Oh, I'm going to go emerald green, of course.
Emerald green's got to be there. So shall we have that for the inside of your flower?
Yeah.
Okay, and what about your petals?
What have you got?
We've got red, we've got clear, we've got gold. Or that's citrine.
Oh, go on then. Shall we go yellow? Let's go for
citrine.
colour, yeah.
Okay. So we're going to start off with the flower. Make sure I've got the circle. I think the circle's back over there still, isn't it? Somewhere. Is it on the bottom? What does happen is, there you go.
Ah, cheeky.
I think magicians do that, you know. I think perhaps I've found myself, I'll never be able to enter the magic circle now, because I've given away one of their secrets. I don't know if it is a secret, I have to say. Again, oh, look at the sparkle,
That's
Fiona.
so
You chose
vivid.
wisely.
Yeah, look how pretty they are.
Again, just sweeping left and right. You can see most of those are falling in there as you go. Any that don't go exactly where you need them to go, you just go back in and scrunch them, give them a little bit of a rub, and then they will kind of go into those spaces. If you do have any that you need to flip over, just go back in with more, give them a little bit of a rotation, and you will find that they do tend to kind of grind on each other, and then they flip over as they go. If you don't, or you're only left with about 3 minutes, which I think is pretty much where we are, just move them out of the way, and then you can either do it by hand with a little pair of tweezers, or just move them with that little pokey tool and just flip them over like so. Try not to get your fingers in the way if you can, because you can tend to flip others over as you're going in with those.
Yeah.
So rather than keep moving them around, we'll pop those into those little spaces, because I want to do the centre as well. As you do one, the other one pops out. Little devils they are. Yeah, as you go in with them, you can just literally just nudge them into place as you need them to go. Most times, though, you will find, as you'll have seen with many of the other demonstrations, they tend to jump in there instantly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pinged off that one. Bit tiddlywinks going on there. And another one there as well. Flip that one over. We need to choose a second colour, which we already have with the green.
Yep.
But actually, whoops, daisy, I'm just going to pop a few of those on there. Up against the clock with regards to this, which I'm quite conscious of. This is where it's like, oh, come on, behave. Do as you're meant to do.
That's all right. If we don't finish it, we know.
Well, I'm
we've
not
got
actually
some...
going to use the whole of the flour
Yeah.
anyway, so I've probably got enough there to get away with it, to be honest. So I'm just going to sweep those out of the way, just for the time being. Get my transfer sheet and pick up the flour that we have got there. So hopefully we'll have enough of the flour that we can work with, which I think we will do. And then just low and slow, we're going to pull those elements out and put that tray to one side, rather than putting those gems away. Some of those are flipped over because obviously you saw earlier on that they weren't in the right direction, but move that one out of the way. Come back in with the sheet and your circle. Go back in with the greens. Pop those down. And then again, just that little sweeping motion. With these smaller ones, look at that, straight in.
Do you know what happened? The second tin was on top of here, and when you pressed it, it bounced up.
Oh,
and they all jumped
right.
up and out.
Oh, that's probably what it was.
Yeah, because this is just the one now, and you've got it on the surface, so it's not...
Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah.
And I did find that with one of the, often baking trays, when you use them, when they go in the oven, if you've ever been in the kitchen, you suddenly hear that like doink, and you think, what was that?
Yeah.
And it's your baking tray that's moved
never
with the
knew
heat.
that.
Yeah. I don't know what happens or why it happens, but anyway,
Metal
there we go.
expanding maybe, or
Could be
something?
something to do with that. So we've got our two pieces now, and it's up to you which way you do these, whereabouts you put them, but just for speed, I'm going to take those dots and pop them onto that piece there. It's going off slightly, which isn't a problem, but it just fits perfectly in one of those circles. And if anybody's wondering, the actual stencil that I've used, it's one of the clarity ones. I think it's called Bubbles. We've probably got that on the website, but that will put those little gems in place there. It's probably a little bit warm, to be honest, because I pulled it straight off. But we'll get the gems in place, and I'll add the second set a little bit later on to add those outer parameters.
Yeah. What time's your show tomorrow, Hayley? So we
I'm
can
back
see...
on at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, so we can see the finished one maybe at 9.
I will finish it off, but basically for anybody that's watching, you would just go back in with your second sheet, rotate that to wherever you want it to go. Obviously, once you've peeled that off, put those petals in place, and then you build
that's how we get our two-tone. Lovely. Thank you, Hayley. Well, thank you very much. Speed rhinestone appliance there. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and do watch this on replay. But Hayley will be back with a one-day special at 9 o'clock. Thank you so much for all your top tips and hard work. Have a lovely evening, and we'll see you.
Did you know you can watch Hochanda 24